Greetings, my fellow sea ice cannibals. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, the first Wendigo, episode 80, Spectre on the Ice. Orange Cow still needs repair. Man, my dudes here, my Mechanators are just so lazy. Smithing is just so low on their priority that they never get around to actually repairing the bots. And I think what's been happening here, no, I'd be wrong. What I thought was happening was that all the hemogen that I thought I was harvesting was being reloaded into the death rest facilities, but that actually doesn't look to be the case. What is Master Social Skill at? Like 0, probably? Yep, 0. 4 with a -4. It would be possible to reimplant mass without poor social. But I actually don't have positive social. I don't have that gene, so never mind. Take that back. I would need a high mate for that. Where's my xenogerms going? Didn't I just tell them to recombine? I, kind of don't see that I have a xenogerm to implant here. Oh, you know, I have been waiting until it has been finished. That's on me. So now Bryson has 11 out of 12 bandwidth. There is the possibility of putting in another Constructoid or Paramedic Bot or Agrihand or something like that. And then the Legionary still has a whole bunch of gestation left. What last work bot should rise at gestate? Alright, I'll type them up. There you go. I think those are the good options there. So pick between those 3 options. And all this recent robot gestation has my tox packs going up, but that's fine because I can use them weaponized against my enemies to cause my enemies to attack me. So works for me. Scorpios is still psychotically wandering, which feels like it's been a year. There we go. Finally, I get to kill you. Dear Lord, that was the longest time. Hey, we extracted very fast runner out of one of the impids, which is not one I have had. That would be a really powerful gene to put into the brawlers so that you cannot run or hide. You just die. See any other impids? Yeah, there's another impid I can scan. This xenogerm is Lowe's xenogerm. This is not the extreme dead calm. That one's for Lowe once Lowe pops out. It's a brawler xenogerm implant. All right, I think we have the fuel. Yep, we do. Ooh, plus 69. Nice. And now we have 75 and 79 to our allies, which is plenty in order to call in some favors. I probably... Yeah, it's actually getting kind of warm, so I'm going to call them in now. I will call in a... exotic goods for both. Or I don't have a choice for Glitterworld Empire. It's just trade caravan. I wonder why you even get to pick, because there's only one type. This should just be like, call in trade caravan, and they show up. Frosty, you're a child. You remain a colonist. Oh, it said something, and I clicked really, really quickly. I think you're partially royal. Oh, you're not partially royal. You're just Bryzett's kid who has royal rank. So, like, you're technically partially royal, but not that you're, like, special in any significant way. No offense. And an dagger hand it is. So I need another basic subcore. Easy. If I had somewhere to place this subcore computer, I'll stick it here. So I think we only have 2 more left to neutralize. The one in the scanner and Casanova here. So, Scorpio, you're finally dead. This icebox looks a little rather weird in its current state. Will fix. Am fixing. It's one of those things that, like, I had set up to be done and never got around to actually making sure it got done. And I think what I'm going to do to suppress fires or giant fire chances, put the batteries apart from one another, so if one battery catches fire, they can't all just chain react very quickly. This should help. And then Scorpio, I'm going to make sure that you're the next butchered. So, you don't get a lot of meat out of a child, but, whatever the long pork equivalent of veal is, you're veal. And this should be the last extreme negative dead calm that we have to recombobulate. What are you doing to Husk? Oh, pulling blood out. A fire-resistant gene. Not helpful, but fine. So Merak. Here we go. All right, Fangface, I'm trusting you. Don't screw this up. I like how it warns me that Colonists is left unburied as I butcher him. I feel like the hair that we get is always wrong. Like, my boys are being born with female hair. I mean, I'm using quotes because I don't believe that there's gendered hair. But in the game, there is, right? And then the girls are being born with male hair. Like, Tafluti here is female with messy boy hair. And then Frosty is... Well, actually, Frosty, you have female hair. But there's been a long history of everyone's hair is wrong. Like, pigtails on boys and buzz cuts on girls. It's actually kind of hilarious. Like, Wendy so much doesn't care about the experiments that she doesn't even notice. It's like, oh, egg, no egg. It's not like male or female. It's just like, do they have ovum? And can I rip them out? Or not? So the egg extraction next is in about a week. And the only one that needs to be neutralized in this prison is Casanova, who's one very large, hulking impid. It's rare to see hulking impids. Like, super rare. And there's that xenogerm. So, Wendy, could I get you to build This Kish is rather slow at this. So this change is just so that we can have a more fireproof corpse box, because corpses are kind of important. Hey, Bit! Thank you for the raid again. You know, you're my last raider. You're the last person that raided the channel, but here you are again. Raiding again. Lovely how that works out. Playing StarCraft again? How'd matchups treat you today? So Lowe's gene implantation is going to line up perfectly with her plague recovery. Same with Frosty. Oh, there's another very fast runner. All right, Kaz. You suck too bad for competitive? I do too. Got that in common. I'll be able to rework drive T-Sang in about 7 hours. We've gotten a pretty decent amount of corsets out of T-Sang already. I wish there was a way to make them faster. Well, I could give them bionic arms. That would speed them up a bit. But it would also make him more dangerous as a slave. And he's tried to rebel a lot. He's, how many times has he tried to rebel? I'm not even sure. Like 4, maybe? Okay, every single prisoner now that is able to walk is pacified in some way. Minus Rorift, who can't walk, no legs. Basic subcore. Yeah, I forgot. Let's go get a basic subcore for another aggro hand. So that's what you guys voted on. Which is funny, because right now my aggro hands are idle. But, you know, these things happen. So I do have a egg gestating at the moment. Let's grow another one, but I want to grow one that might be useful in terms of genome. I don't even know why I kept this one. This one's a loser. This one's interesting. It's part Dartmoor, part Impid, and it's viable. So Jizz Cross Guero is probably the most likely to be grown, because it's interesting. Yeah, so I'll do that. Insert a Jizz Cross Guero. And I don't have any baby food, because I suspended it. That would explain everything. So I'll have to cook up some baby food for it. And there's the subcore for the aggro hand. Good. Kiss My Cactus, actually, you have been doing enough work that I'm going to give you a second drill arm. I was holding off to giving Cactus another drill arm because I have a kind of a track record of my mining slaves dying, and I didn't want to overinvest in Cactus until Cactus proved his worth. But Cactus has proved his worth at this point, so it might even be worth putting in replacing that eye at some point for better vision, too. But 2 arms now for more plasteel, and our plasteel is already back up. I was at like 160, now we're at 225. Which is fine. Question for all of you. I'm going to ask the priority again. What new priority? If you want me to continue with the egg extraction, one thing that I could try to do is I could try to pod drop my raiders to go attack an enemy settlement and then capture people. That would be another way to do egg extraction and breeding, or I could just send more pollution, because I certainly have more pollution that I could send. So both ways would be pretty viable. And then if you want other projects, like if you want me to work on the farm, that would be a major project. I do think that there's a lot of viability in building this farm. It makes pretty good sense to have more rice, because rice is the bottleneck for most of our growth. Rice and herbal meds. But I have a lot of prisoners. I have a remarkable amount. I have 11 prisoners right now giving up their eggs. So hopefully we get some additional viable candidates in order to do some more growing soon. There we go. This looks good. Nice and way more fireproof than it was before. Those trade caravans should be coming in soon. Oh, wow. Wow. I know the pole is blocking it, but they literally just showed up as I said that. Perfect timing. I may want to buy their meat, because I don't see a lot of opportunity for me to hunt things. Now I had two copies of fireproof and 2 of fast moving. Let's sell those. I have a ton of corsets, more than they can afford. Is there anything I want to buy off them? I guess that's the bigger question. So they have reinforced barrels. I don't think I need. I almost never mortar. So other than meat, no, they really don't have anything worth buying. Oh, didn't I have extra dark vision? Yeah. Where's that? Yeah, there it is. I need to keep up with, like, selling the genes I don't use, because my gene banks will eventually fill up, and it's not meaningful to have, like, a bunch that I never, ever, ever use. So, this looks to be a good trade. And the royal trader should be arriving shortly. Also, looks like you guys want a major project. But I'll wait to see what that might be. I hate when animals march through the base. It's so obnoxious, tracking in all that mud. At least I have 2 vacuum cleaners now to help clean it up. If I was to guess, I would guess I'm overdue for a raid. It's been a while. They're usually pretty evenly spaced. It's not as predictable as Cassandra Classic, but Randy Random, usually pretty predictable. So you should be sending me something here soon, I think. Ryzet has tattered apparel, so that's probably your visor. It is. Let's get a new one. They're not too expensive. A lot of components, but affordable. Oh, T-Sang's gonna have to go back to smithing, though. Masterwork. Cool. Not that... I don't think it matters at all, because it doesn't provide armor, so the quality of the visor is meaningless? I wonder why it even has a quality, to be honest. Because, like... it doesn't need one. It, yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Masterwork. Whoa, whoa, whoa! An Imperial... Wait, what? in exotic goods and imperial trade. Oh, I didn't call in that bulk goods trader. Oh, all right. Yeah, so there's a lot of trade going on right now. So you guys are the Imperials, and then the exotic goods trader is over here. So I just want to trade with them before they leave because it's cold. And you guys want a major project, so what major project to take on? Get some options on the board. And there. Overhaul the lackluster defenses. So what that would mean is to introduce perimeter turrets and larger turrets like uranium and autoslug. Ramp up egg extraction and vat growing facilities. What that would mean is to go abduct people on the countryside and grab eggs, or to piss them off with pollution and have them attack me. Add more mechs to the colony. Right now, Wendy has 0 mechs under her control. And she can obviously control like a Diabolus or something like that if she wanted to. And then build a new farm, and that farm is looks to be the popular option, but we'll see. Didn't Cactus have a trade inspiration? Yeah, but as a slave, his trade price improvement is not going to be better. I don't think. Yeah, it's worse than Wendy's, even with an inspiration. Wiki says quality is just for trade value. I mean, true, it is, but like, what a weird thing to have quality on something that doesn't matter. Great medical. Whoa! I want medical genes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Getting a human doctor? That sounds great. That's one you can't even scan, so that's awesome. I don't think I have weak melee damage either, and weak melee damage would be really good to implant into the prisoners so that they can't punch me very much. Crafting skill trainer sounds really good to me. I'll give that to Wendy. And an insanity lance. And I can't afford any of this, so let me trade with the other people first. Although, there is silver here that I could just stockpile. But I'll trade with the others first. Okay. Artificial metabolism is actually one that oh man. Nah, I'm going to be super broke. Kill Thirsty, didn't like it. At least they'll take corsets. And build a new farm. I'll put that on the board in a second. Trying to think of how I'm going to pay for things. I'm going to sell almost all of my tea because I have a lot of spare tea leaves that I'll just make into new tea. Sell some drugs. I don't want to sell steel because it's actually kind of annoying to source. I could sell uranium. I have a lot more uranium than I think I need, at least for now. Alright, so that is that. Here is the stockpile for silver, and then I can trade with these guys and buy what I want. Because that great medical would be awesome to have. So that would be this. Yep. I also wanted to buy insanity lances, but I'll circle back to that. Death rest capacity serum would be great too. Crafting trainer for Wendy, insanity lance. And the poor melee, the weak. I don't have enough money for that, so I'll part with... Oops. Part with a little plasteel. And I'll be flat broke, but happy. Nice. So the artificial metabolism is to try to offset the food needs for my super soldiers that have really demanding diets, like Mass here. I could take another pass at actually engineering mass to be better. But Bry's it too, same deal. Metabolic efficiency is way off the charts and they have to eat like crazy. So that's going to help a lot if I put nuclear stomachs in. Plus, we'll never get food poisoning, so there's that added bonus. So instead of researching rocket swarm, we'll do artificial metabolism. I also wanted the crafting trainers for Wendy, because having to rely on T-Sang staying alive is not smart. Because at any moment, T-Sang could try to rebel and get himself killed. So Wendy being a craftsman or craftswoman would be useful. Where is that trainer? Oh, it's up here. Ingest and use. And then delete these silver stockpiles, because, yeah, they're messy and don't belong out there. So, 17 craft is pretty good. With more serum, that gives me another psycho fluid. Be even better caster. And let me update the priority now. Build a third farm. So I'll start with the support structures and then do the benches. This is going to require a lot of components off of T-Sang. Which also means it might be wise for me to duplicate this bill and for this to be Wendy's so that she also can make components as a smith. But constructing the farm is her higher priority, so having to balance the two. What's the limit on psychofluid buildings? I think it's infinite. No, it's 4. I was thinking of the other one. It's the hemogen amplifiers and hemopumps that are infinite. Bye now. Thank you for trading. Also, given that I'm currently broke, it wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to mine out this silver here. So I'm going to dig into there and set the deep drills up to do that. Agrahan's coming out in about a day and a half. And then we'll have a legionary in quite a few days, actually. Things are going too smoothly. I'm a little nervous, you know? So Lo is almost going to pop out of this vat. How old are you? 18. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, tomorrow, maybe you pop out of the vat? Tefluti is almost an adult. Frosty, and then this unborn. This unborn's going to take another 4 days. That'll be a little while. There it is. Lo got too old. So Lo, first thing that we're going to do is bed rest you, because you have the plague. And then Frosty also has the plague, so I'll set bed rest up. And you don't have a bedroom, but this is going to be your bedroom. And you, while you recover from the plague, are also going to recover from xenogerm implantation. I might want to add great medical to that, though. So I'm going to re-engineer her. She has great memory, which is good for someone that wants to build skill. So let me screenshot her again and then give her the great medical implant so that we don't rely on one paramedic bot that could be out of power if Wendy's hurt. So she has a metabolic efficiency of -5, and we are going to give her... She's a brawler, so definitely fast wound healing, dark vision, nearsighted, awful int, awful craft, awful shoot, furry tail, awful art, awful plants. Great medical with floppy ears. You're going to look somewhat weird. I wouldn't mind very fast runner. We don't have a very fast runner, and I wouldn't mind incorporating that. But that makes her most likely to be a recipient of the first nuclear stomach, because she's going to be really hard to feed. We can also do social. I think cook and social. And kind. I don't really need to worry about super immunity because you start off with strong immunity. So it's too bad high libido doesn't change how often you can extract eggs. That would be really nice. So poor animals. Poor animals. Because I already have art and plants up here, right? Plants, art, yeah. Okay, so this is the new low. She comes with robust and reduced pain and strong melee damage. That's already germline, so I don't need it to be xenogerm. It's needlessly complex. Cheers. Oh, that's not your bed, but, like, good try. I'm actually giving you a nice bed, so use it. How's the blood? Okay, I do have some hemogen. That's good. Oh, did I not do Brawler? Yeah, I might not have done Brawler in that, huh? Jeez. Alright, let me revisit. So this is the Brawler gene. And then Great Medical. And I think those are the... Oh, and Very Fast Runner. You are not going to have the metabolic efficiency for this, though. I don't think. So, yeah. I already have awful art up here. I could drop, Dark Vision? See if this works. This, I might be No, you're not going to be able to implant this. Because that brings you to -7. Super fast wound healing. I think it's good to have a doctor. So that's +3. So dark vision without the super fast wound healing. It's complicated, man. I don't really like how you don't engineer a gene with an individual in mind. I would totally have designed that differently. Yeah, turning her into a combat medic, exactly. Because that's something that we definitely lack. Also, you probably need to be put on cannibal meals? Which is why you're super pissed. No, Fangface, don't feed her that garbage. She's a colonist. And pretty soon, we'll have the xenogerm. So this old low xenogerm can just go by the wayside. So order implantation into low. And this has you at -5. So I did do the calculations correctly in my head. That's good. I can math. I can math wicked good, yeah. And low is now looking ridiculous. But can melee and can run fast and can doctor. So yeah. Should be good. Melee 10, medical 9. Cool. Hey, Steph, because I've been staring at this thing here for a long time. How about you just use that? And now you're at melee 20. Ta-da! You're freaking scary. So if low is coming out, the other thing that we're going to want is recon armor and a cat helmet. So we'll get those cooked up by T-Sang. And that has me removing yet another growth vat. So very soon, the old growth vats will be gone. And in fact, I could pop Tefluti out and move Tefluti over. But it's easy enough to just leave that there. So most of the farms are still waiting on components. Wendy, have you go build those. Do we have a breach axe for low? We don't yet, no. But I was actually thinking maybe we could do... Yeah, no, I like the breach axes. The only problem with the breach axes is if my breach axers ever get a tantrum, they will smash the absolute crap out of the base. So I think I'm going to change the weapons that they typically use, and I'm going to research long blades and get them some long blades instead. And switch MIDI and Steph over to long blades. Breach axe is great. Well, maybe warhammers. Man, maybe warhammers or maces. The only problem with the breach axes is, like I said, they just do way too much base damage, and that's a problem giving that to a pessimist, because they're way more likely to do base damage. But I'm trying to remember what does more damage, a mace or a warhammer. Oddly enough, I don't think it's warhammer. So warhammer is, we'll call that 6.9 with 27 pen. And a mace is 7 with 21 pen. So maces kind of do more damage, which is weird. You'd really think warhammers would do more. They have more armor pen. Yeah, maybe I'll switch them up to warhammers. So I'll research next long blades and roll warhammers out for everyone. So the warhammers is mostly blunt damage, so we'll make uranium warhammers. Or what I'm going to call cancer sticks. Yeah, I'm going to go for armor pen over the DPS too, because the average enemy that we fight is a mechanoid. So armor pen matters a lot more. Also, one thing to note is there is a new meta. I really should have mentioned this straight away. Or not a new meta, but a meta that I learned about. Which is, if you implant a freshly born baby, the learning that they get from the vat accelerates them. So as you can see here, Frosty is not going to get born with like 8 melee. Is going to get born with 13 melee. Because the vat does teach you a little bit. And if you have passions, it will multiply what you get taught. So also if I got, if I at some point am able to scan Fast Learner, which I would have to buy, not scan, I could implant babies with the Fast Learner, and it would make what they learn out of the vat more effective. So remind me in the future if I forget to implant babies right as they're born to do that, because I can make them into better brawlers if I implant them straight away. A psychic ship. Oh, interesting. It's mixed. They even have a legionary. Okay, cool. That's really actually easy. Other than the Scorcher, very easy to kill. Let me demonstrate that. Does the learning assistant implant also help with children? Probably yes. So if you really want to make good children, implanting a learning assistant and implanting genes to help them with learning and also with passions, especially given if you really wanted to meta it, give them max out their passions. Basically, give them as many of strong as possible. Don't bother with great, because you don't. Great only adds 1 level of passion for a -3 metabolic efficiency. Whereas strong, no, I'm wrong. Do as many greats as you can. So like, max out as many greats as you're able, like this, and then offset it with like garbage. It doesn't matter, right? So like, give kill thirst. They're going to be in a vat. It won't matter, right? So just like give as many great passions as possible, so that when they're in the vat, those ones that you implant get multiplied. And then as soon as they're out of the vat at 18, you re-xenogerm them, but they benefit as much as they can out of the vat. So maybe what we'll do is, if this embryo is good, we'll try that mechanic to see how different this baby is. Oh no, not this one, because this one's a loser. Shucks. I'll probably want to grow a new baby. So we'll try to min-max a baby at some point to see how they compare to someone like Lo, who basically has no skills other than the ones that are directly implanted. Okay, Mass, guess what? You get to shoot things with a mortar. Wendy's almost in position. Yeah, loser babies. I know, right? Perfect. No, I didn't tell you to shoot, you big dummy. I told you to berserk pulse, and then you're like, oh, you mean shoot? No, I don't mean shoot. I really want these Scorchers taken care of, because they're the most annoying for Wendy. Hey, Rawl. How's it going? It's been a while, buddy. Okay, those Lancers are pointing at me. Jump. I only managed to knock out one inconsequential mech. Let's try this again. I also don't like Tesserons. So going after a Tesseron might be good too. Jump! Alright, Mass, you could stop that. You're obviously not hitting very much. So we got a Lancer and a Scorcher so far. I'm gonna wait until my... You know what? Actually, I could do an individual berserk rather than a group berserk. Try to get rid of the ones that set things on fire, like the Tesserons, so that I can mess with them a little bit more safely. Good. You're dead. Shot your head off. Wow, alright. And this is affecting female, so I want to get rid of that before it pisses off Wendy. Turn, shoot out on will, off. Yeah, I should. Because that happens often, where they hijack my input and do things I don't want to do. And then we just have one more Scorcher. And then the rest of them are just basically a big old joke. Cool. Oh. Hi, Mitty. Don't do that. I was like, what are they targeting? Yeah, they're going after Mitty. Well, that Scorcher's pretty messed up, so I don't even know if that Scorcher's going to be needing a Berserk. But Mitty, Mass, you know, it wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to get the rest of the mechs ready to fight. I know I haven't, I still haven't resurrected Pobol there. I just haven't... Whoa, what are you doing? It might be that I just don't really need a flamethrower bot. At one point I thought, like, maybe, but I get attacked so infrequently due to organics that it might not be necessary. Man, these mechs are just like one-tapping everything I berserk. It's crazy. Ow. Okay, let's not do that. Daka boy. Alright, so the rest of the mechs are going to go on house arrest so they don't get themselves into trouble, because my hauler bots are moseying on over where they don't belong. Hello, you need medical tending. Where is Fangface? Getting charged. So if I take out the pikemen, then their longest range is lancers, and that's pretty easy to resolve. Mitty, major break risk. You want food, fine, eat. Alright, so their pikeman is still up, but, like, not with much health left. Ow, stop shooting Wendy. So annoying. Do you have food? Yeah, you do. Just checking the needs of all of the humans out here, because they all look hungry. Again, I really need the nuclear stomachs implanted, because we get hungry so often. Alright, let's try to drag them around the corner, and then we can just bash the hell out of them. Whoa, they broke your shield. There you go. Thank you for tuning in to The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 22nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next stream or an upcoming episode. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo,